Shalom Aleichem, everyone. It's so good to be back with you. It's been a while. It's been a crazy time. Hasn't been that crazy. You see all this alcohol above my head. I'm not drinking that. That's for the kiddush, so don't worry. I'm not making l'chaims all day in my office. The Parsha this week is Kedoshim. Usually it's a double Parsha, Achremos Kedoshim, and it really has, when it's a double Parsha, it fits well together because Achremos are the ritual aspects of being holy, and Kedoshim talks a lot about the ethical aspects of being holy. Right? It's not enough just to be ethical, but it's not enough just to be very careful with all the mitzvos and the rituals. You need both. There's a balance of ethical holiness and ritual holiness. And I think if you de-emphasize either of those, which people on either side do, you lose the essence of what it means to be Jewish, which is to be excel in our spirituality and in our ethical, moral behavior. They're really part of one. The Parsha this week, though, is Kedoshim, so we're talking about the ethical behavior, how we should treat others. And it's some of the most beautiful paragraphs that we have in the Torah. Certainly we are familiar with V'ahavta l'reacha kamocha, love your fellow as you love yourself. In those paragraphs that talk about not gossip mongering, like don't spread lashon hara, don't talk bad about others, don't get revenge, don't hold anger in your heart against another, don't cheat, don't stand on the blood of your brother, meaning like if you see someone being hurt, you should stand up for them, and many other laws. It uses these words that connect you to other people around you. So it talks about amecha, b'nei amecha, the people of your nation. So you should see other people around you as part of your nation. Reyecha, your friend. It talks about achecha, your brother. And it even talks about amitecha, your fellow. There is an affinity in all these words. And in order to treat others properly, you need to feel an affinity towards them, as if the people you see on the street are in some way, minimally, a fellow member of your society, a fellow, or a friend, if you can get it a little bit more, or a brother. Sometimes I'll even say that, like, if I see a homeless person and I give them some money, I'll say, my friend, or I hope you're better, brother. Whatever it is, it's a reminder to ourselves that this is a fellow human being that we want to treat with a special kind of respect. And using these kind of words changes the way we view people. So if you just see a random person, you say, "Oh, look at this rando. He's nothing to do with me." But if you say, "Look at this fellow Baltimorean," right? Then all of a sudden, all the people around you have a connection to you, and they're fellow Baltimoreans, and maybe we'll treat them a little bit better or with more understanding. And if you say, "They're my friend," then all of a sudden you're even more careful in how you deal with them. And you got to be pretty holy to call everybody your holy brother. That was like Shlomo Karlbach used to call everybody his holy brother. I think, you don't have to go that far, but I guess the lesson here is when you see other people, and it's certainly those who are really your brother, your family members, or really your friends, the people in your direct community, your congregation, try to see in them the affinity and the connection between the two of you before you relate to them. So when you see somebody at the kiddush, think of them as someone who's deeply connected to you, and then you'll smile automatically and you'll treat them properly, as opposed to just seeing them as another human being with no set connection. The connection will make the affinity and make the moral behavior, I think, is the lesson here. I think it also relates to Yom HaZikaron and Yom HaAtzmaut, which is this week, Israel Memorial Day and Israel Independence Day. Are they our brothers and sisters there? if you say this is a day to remember our brothers and sisters who fell in terrorist attacks and defending the state of Israel, then you'll actually take a moment. If you really believe this is my brothers, these are my sisters, you'll take a moment to stop and to ask God to protect those who are there and to remember those who fell. And Independence Day, the same thing. If it's our nation, right? If Israel's our nation, then we'll celebrate the Independence Day of Israel. If it's just a nation, then it's just some knowledge. It's more academic than anything else. So I really believe that remembering the affinity of relationship will lead us to a different approach to the way we deal with others and certainly Israel in a specific sense. Everyone have a good Shabbos, and hopefully we'll see you in Shul. Bye.